a lot of streamers are perpetuating false realities. You know, streamer Marlon, you know, he decided to marry a girl and just after 2 months divorce her. It kind of gives me the same sentiments of Blueface's dad pretending to be straight to marry a bitch, and then when he tell her to get the sticks and run it all through him because he really want a man, she just can't take it no more, and now they divorce. So Neon sends his condolences to Marlon after divorce from Shania just 2 months after getting married. These bitches do that shit for clout, and that is it, okay? Clout is a hell of a drug. You can get more with clout than you do with actual money.
Marlon, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Take as much time as you need, bro. Mental comes first. I know it's very tough. A lot of eyes on us. A lot of people watching. A lot of opinions. Lots of people, hypocrites. Lots of people out there that say a bunch of things. But just know, brother, you'll get through whatever you're going through. And brother Marlon, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Take as much time as you need.
And Neon, another botted boy, sitting up there live in a high rise in West Hollywood. And when he get off a camera, he down there twerking and shaking and shit like that. And nigga telling him, you ain't got no ass, so we not interested. Little skinny ass, twinkie ass bottle. And then on top of that, why is he so famous? He got famous off of trolling black people, making monkey noises and all that other shit. Marlon is a botted boy. That is it. And these niggas is in a circle full of confusion that, you know, keep perpetuating their clout and their fame with their own narratives built and premised upon their engagement and action with each other. So, Marlon, you're gay as fuck. This is why you only hung out with Sketch and Lacey, punk ass, at Streamer University, because you know, yo niggas know who the fuck you are. Dean the Great, another screamer, you know, somebody help me. Disturbing footage allegedly shows streamer Dean the Great in heated altercation with former girlfriend.
Never had anyone come at me like and flip the story. Because I yelled, you had to restrain me. I didn't touch you. I didn't touch you. I was right here.
Restrained you from yelling, Dan.
So you choked me? What was that? I wish there was a camera then. What was that?
If you're saying I choked you, you're going to tell people I choked you.
Dude, what did you just do?
If you're saying I choked you, you're going to tell people I choked you.
I'm not going to tell anyone anything, is what I'm saying.
No.
I don't want even to have a word about you anymore.
Gay as hell.
So just go.
You're yelling out.
You're going to threaten my life. You're going to threaten to take everything from me. You're going to threaten again. You said you'd take everything away from me. Just go. Go. You said you would take everything away from me. I'm ready for it. Just go. Come on!
So apparently this video's from like 3 years ago. Even looking at the picture where a nigga done broke Dean the Great motherfucking nose. That bitch sideways because somebody done punched him in this shit and it's broken. And I guess he done got a nose job since then. He done went from getting punched out by WWE wrestlers and niggas who told him to stop talking to their bitches to hanging out with Adrian Broner and now becoming a sensation with that duo. So I just want to point out that this is years old and it has been republished and reposted simply because the internet is slow. The internet is fucking slow. And the internet is slow is because a lot of these people that we talk about or get news and information from, they're being in control of their own narratives by becoming streamers, and then we got to recap that and or play their whole live stream to figure out what's clickbaitable in order to, you know, stay ahead of the news and mainstream media and so forth. That's what Z-Banga is doing currently. So this is old. I want to say that, and it has no bearing on Dean the Great right now. I don't know why he calling himself Dean the Great, given his history, but again, I just wanted to point out his sentiments, his verbiage in this video talking to this white bitch, how square he sounds, and how a lot of these streamers are just fucking cap. Now, you guys know Streaming University just concluded, and certain people like SuburbBaby are just carrying the sentiments of Streaming University. And I don't know why SuburbBaby is collaborating with all these people when they are just simply jealous and hateful that he is MVP and gained the traction that he did. They don't want nobody to win. They want to continue to maintain the narrative and continue to be the top dog. Somebody like Ben the Don, who is connected to Drake, and that's his go-to. He's not entertaining. So when you find a nigga like SuburbBaby who's entertaining, and just like a Donat at the Diddy trial, they want to demonize you. They want to act like they cool with you, and then they want to figure out a way to convince the public or their supporters not to support you. So Ben unfollowed SuburbBaby talking about he posted too much.
I unfollowed you on Instagram because you posted 80 times yesterday. 3 days ago, and I looked at my timeline, and it was 4 of your posts back. How do you even hack the algorithm be 4 posts back to back?
Well, I got so many clips from SU, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you gotta put them on your story, gang. I can't do that on my timeline. Bird, I can't do it, fam. I'm gonna keep it above. I love you, bro.
It's all right.
Yeah, I can't. That many. You got.
When you unfollow me, about 100 people follow me that second.
Exactly. I don't want. I just want to let you know I'm a real nigga and tell you.
It said go, apologize.
All right, come on.
Fuck that. Who cares if Ben Dunn unfollowed you? Check that nigga. Be like, I don't need you, just one individual, nigga. So as long as this niggas ain't convincing other people to unfollow you and spinning false narratives and shit, why would you care? Like, you a human being. I hate niggas like this that feel like they're above the program. You know what's common between me and Chris Brown? Yeah, he got more followers. Yeah, he might be more talented. But at the end of the day, after he take off that shit, whether I got that shit on, he got that shit on, nigga, you got flesh and bones and blood. And at the end of the day, both of us is gonna motherfucking die. Why the fuck would you praise and worship a nigga like this, like Ben Dunn? Get the fuck up out of here, okay? And, you know, all of this is behind LIV, who they say Ben Dunn has been cracking before she actually went to Streamers University. And now she's just playing her part to get clout off of SuburbBaby. And, you know, LIV is from the Bahamas, so she's spicy. I don't like the fact that she, you know, publicized and told people that she actually got a full nose job. It's one thing to get a nose job to correct your bones from being broken and or to be a little bit more cinematic, but to get a full nose job to where a fucking piece of your rib is cut for the cartilage to be placed in your nose, people are now calling her Michael Jackson and not saying that she's bad like that no more.
Line him now. He fixed it. It's a little pushback, but he fixed it.
I just don't want.
Yeah. Let me tell you how we met. So I was walking the hallway. I was about to take a shower, and he was like, "Hey, let me holler at you real quick." He was like, "Don't slap me if I tell you something." And I was like, "Just say it." And he was scared to say it. And I was like, "Nigga, fucking say it." So he was like, "Hey, little bitch, can you get your number?" And they slapped him the shit out of him. So he fell on the floor, and then we just was in love.
Oh, the nigga with 200K in this chat.
Oh no, he have a lineup now. He fixed it. It's a little pushback, but he fixed it.
And, you know, many people speculated that LIV is actually genuinely interested in SuburbBaby. And because she's so fine, many people speculate that she's just playing him and not interested in him. Mind you, she dated an ugly nigga that's a soccer player who is a multimillionaire. And SuburbBaby has the potential to become a multimillionaire. And he's growing and blowing up on Twitch. So people have looked at that and differentiated between the two. But at the end of the day, like, knowing that LIV got a nose job, SuburbBaby has been taking full advantage of that fact and pretty much, quote unquote, humbling her in the process. And people are like, you're not that bad. You don't deserve the right to talk shit about SuburbBaby. You're playing him. Oh, you're colorist. You feel like because you're light skinned and you're this and you're that, but you got a nose job. And so LIV's mental health is taking a toll and is somehow forcing her into an inevitable relationship with SuburbBaby. They started at Streaming University. I thought that it was a play, and I thought that it was going to be done after Streaming University, but she continues to benefit from being attached and affiliated with SuburbBaby. And so now she has no choice but to either be in a relationship with them, because every time she try to break it off and be like, hey, Streaming University is over and this relationship is not real and we need to just do our own thing, he's refusing to grapple that reality. So she's continuously having to go along with the reality. And my whole thing is like, this is a clear case of harassing somebody or annoying somebody to the point to where they actually like you. If LIV was to go off and be with a Ben Dunn, DDG, or anybody publicly that is in the streaming universe, she would basically take an L because of the shipping content. Her attraction, her likeness is based upon the relationship that she has with SuburbBaby. And a lot of times with the shipping content, so they call it in the streaming universe, Like, for instance, look at India Love, how she was doing the shipping content with DDG and multiple other people. People now claim that she's a O and claim that she's no good. All of the supporters that she had because she was in a relationship with DDG are no longer there. She's having to constantly convince these people to support her as an individual and that she's not a hoe despite the fact that they followed you because of your relationship with DDG. So I think that LIV is gonna have to continue to play this out and figure out some big viral worthy moment to separate herself from SuburbBaby to the point to where people will take her side and say she's justified instead of saying you played in his face the entire time. So I don't think she's gonna be able to escape that reality. And then they just did a 48 live stream to where they were together. She was all over him, still calling him stinking dirty, but hugging on him, cuddling up with him, and he still has not managed to actually take this chick down. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Confidence is a must. Dead ass. You can be ugly as hell, but if you got real, legitimate confidence, you can pull a bad, yes, indeed. And my confidence be so strong to where I can go in a club with no motherfucking haircut and bitches gonna jock with a nigga, and niggas like DDG ain't gonna have no choice but to sit back and but to say, damn, okay, these bitches fuck with this nigga. We gotta be quiet. He's showing personality. Cause them niggas is not interesting. Them niggas is not interesting. I just want you to know that. They're not interesting. They just sit quiet and let the women let the women decide for them if they're attractive or not, and play this game to where a lot of people feel like men are logic are smart, which requires a lot of intuition in order to build your business and to build your life. And women are emotional. So these men like DDG, or even I play the game to where like, damn, I'm gonna be straight up quiet. I'm gonna ignore her. I'm act like I'm not interested in her. And it drives these just nuts, especially the badder the bitch is, okay? So, but SuburbBaby has absolutely no confidence. And when you have no confidence, you can definitely rely on Beyonce.
Because I'm dangerously in love with you. I never leave. Just keep loving me the way you're loving me. Because I am in love with you. You set me free. I can't do these things for life without you here with me. Cause I'm dangerously in love with you. I never leave. Just keep loving me the way you're loving me.
So again, you know, you don't have no confidence. I hate a motherfucker that feel like, you know, I was in a situation I was dealing with a toxic situation that I had to smooth over, and with said individual that I was dealing with, like it was hot, heavy, and strong, and still is, but the communication was not there. And so I'm driving in my car, and said individuals in the passenger seat, and they're in control of the music and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm stressed the fuck out. I'm trying to figure out, let's go to the gym. I'm fucked up. I don't want to deal with this. Is this really working out? And then a motherfucker putting on Bruno Mars. So you want to break up? Like, you know, what's a Bruno Mars song about marriage and stuff like that? And I'm like, oh, this bitch is playing with me. Like, why don't you just have a conversation with me about this instead of using Bruno Mars, because you're causing more confusion. Because the confusion is, am I supposed to listen to this Bruno Mars song and just happen to think that this is a song playing? Or am I supposed to feed into your emotional need and your lack of ability to communicate to recognize that this song is telling the truth about how you actually feel instead of talking to your nigga? And it's a game to where, okay, you got to take, okay, this is the song. Now I'm a little bit happy. Now fuck all of that shit. Like, I want y'all to know that these women and these guys that like really like people that have personalities does not care about looks. But at the end of the day, if you trying to crack them, you're going to have to show something different outside of this character, outside of this fun guy. And that's when I turned to a fucking thug and put the hammer down, you know? You was in your feelings yesterday playing Tony Braxton. Why can't you just communicate that shit? Like, is it because you feel like you be embarrassed and you don't know how to say how you actually feel? Or you feel like rejection will come Nobody wants to be fucking real. See, and that shit makes me goddamn mad. And like the madder I get, the more I'm finna take it from a bitch. But truth be told, that's what motherfuckers want. Motherfuckers don't want no passive, loving, fun ass nigga on top of them and shit like that. No. They want a nigga that's finna take it. I'm not saying take it like against their will, but it's just like a role play type of thing that has worked for me. Like, I'm fun, I'm happy, I get the baddest bitches, but when it's time to crack these bitches, I gotta like, I turn to a fucking thug, dead ass, and they love that shit. And then after that, then I go back to the fun-loving guy, and I can be that forever, but they want to make sure. You know, motherfuckers like that toxic shit. Motherfuckers just don't like to lay down. Like, anybody can lay down and have X and it be casual or be whatever it is, but there's a thrill behind it. Dead ass. I talked to an ex. I talked to an ex yesterday, and I was telling this ex, like, yo, I'm being cool. I'm trying to preserve shit. You scared of me. You act like I'm a dangerous person and all this shit. Straight up and told me. Dead ass, they'd like to be great. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you mean I ain't finna go to fucking jail fucking with you? Oh, but doesn't that make it a little bit funner? I'm like, bitch, you ain't finna put me in jail. So, women are fucking toxic as fuck. All that Diddy shit, women are worse than Diddy. Anyways, you know, I feel like these streamers have relationships that's built upon clout rather than actual genuine chemistry and anything genuine. The tangibility of a relationship in 2026 with this new age is clout. And if you got that fucking clout like SuburbBaby, man, knock these down quick, fast, and in a hurry and lay that fucking anchor to the point to where even if you ain't got the clout, they still gonna come back around. And I done said it plenty of time. Ain't shit that I done cracked since middle school that still don't want your boy. I lay that fucking anchor, dead ass nigga.